Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity to address the distinguished audience of this very important event. Fostering democratic resilience may be the most important current challenge, with many different facets: equality, human dignity, freedom, tolerance, and security. All of these are key so that our societies are fair, inclusive, and resilient. The future of democracy depends largely on how well we can build resilient as well as efficient democratic societies capable to address all challenges and crises we are confronted with without sacrificing the rights and well-being of any group. Women are still prevented to exercise many rights, such as freely and effectively voting or running for political office. Such fundamental rights should be enforced and protected. The process of building democracy will not be complete as long as there are important parts of the population prevented from participating as policymakers and shapers before being direct beneficiaries. From this perspective, we continue to witness pushbacks and backsliding across the world. The need for the international community to address this issue in a comprehensive manner is as urgent as ever, involving all stakeholders from all geographic regions and social strata, state actors, as well as civil society and economic sector. In this regard, the study undertaken by the cohort on gender equality as a prerequisite for democracy, led by Sweden, Romania, Georgetown Institute for Women, Peace and Security, and IDEA International, aims at addressing this issue by identifying the main problems and issuing recommendations by proposing actions and a roadmap on how to implement all these recommendations. The drafting of this study would not have been possible without the valuable input of all members of the cohort. The promotion of women's leadership and equal access to decision-making is not an easy process. It requires changes in many areas, not only at the legislative level, but also at the levels of mentalities, of social and cultural norms and practices affecting both women and men. At the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Romania, we try to lead by example. Almost 50% of all diplomatic staff are women, and 48% of the leadership positions within the ministry's headquarters are held by women. Moreover, 35% of our missions abroad are led by women, and we aim to increase this share. However, such results are sometimes difficult to achieve, as women are often not taught to be fully aware of their potential and of the importance of the role they could and should play in the society. Empowering women is also of paramount importance, including from the economic point of view. The World Bank and other organizations have shown that increasing and broadening women's access to quality education, decent jobs, land, and other resources have contributed to sustainable development, as well as long-term prosperity for the entire society. Furthermore, there is a need to step up our efforts aimed at reaching commitments assumed with the 2030 Agenda related to its gender-related aspects, especially its Sustainable Development Goal 5. Ladies and gentlemen, education plays an essential role in this equation. Empowering young women and girls in order to reach their full potential and claim their rightful place in the society is key. During the last years, a campaign has been conducted by the Romanian government with the aim of raising awareness among teenagers regarding the negative impact of gender stereotypes, especially with respect to persons with disabilities. The results were quite substantial, as hundreds of high school students at the national level, under the supervision of their teachers, have conducted their own campaigns within their high schools, aiming at reducing gender-based discrimination and violence against women and girls with disabilities. The President of Romania, Mr. Klaus Iohannis, has been involved in the He for She campaign since its very beginning, and has been one of the 10 heads of state or government participating in this very important campaign. Romania contributed to the He for She movement with an integrated vision of promoting equal opportunities and treatment between women and men. Since then, Romania has taken important steps regarding the commitments made on that occasion. The establishment of the Gender Equality Expert through legislative reforms has been key to support the implementation of local and national strategies to address gender inequalities as well as to prevent and combat domestic violence. This newly created role had a widely positive impact on the Romanian society by counteracting direct and indirect gender-based discrimination. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to stand by our commitments to continue at national level and within regional and international fora, promoting women's rights and equal participation in all spheres of the society as a contribution to consolidating democratic values and resilient societies. Special attention should be paid to the development during all phases of conflict with regard to respecting women's rights. Armed conflicts affect women disproportionately, and sexual violence has already led to displacements in Somalia or Myanmar. Using sexual violence as a tactic of war or terrorism is appalling. It is inexcusable whether we consider the documented cases of sexual violence by violent extremist groups in Mali, Nigeria, or Syria, or the numerous reports of conflict-related sexual violence committed by the Russian soldiers in Ukraine. We should strengthen our efforts to hold those responsible for war crimes, including for conflict-related sexual violence, accountable. I do believe that this event should serve as a basis for a reflection process on how we could make use of our experiences to better promote rights and liberties for generations to come. Thank you.